roof at Utah Valley University, where they think he fired that deadly shot from. After the shooting, he's seen running across the roof and then dropping down to the ground.
As he did that, he left some palm impressions. There's some smudges, some places we're looking to collect DNA. There's a shoe imprint.
Authorities point out his dark pants and shirt with an American flag and eagle on it, as well as his baseball cap with a triangle, his sunglasses, and his black backpack.
If they know someone who has those items, who has been seen wearing those items, we're looking for all that information.
The suspect is then seen running across campus and into a wooded area where authorities found what they believe is the suspect's gun. Authorities say Kirk was killed by a single gunshot as thousands of students watched in horror. Kirk had been engaging in one of his popular political debates with a student. Here's another angle of the suspected shooter up on the rooftop where there is a direct line of fire to Kirk.
One individual that was shot, unknown where the shooter went.
TMZ has video of what appears to show the suspect walking strangely, possibly concealing a rifle, through a neighborhood near the Utah campus prior to the assassination. And then he's seen running away after the deadly shooting. Political leaders on both sides of the aisle are calling for an end to such political violence. President Trump echoes those sentiments.
He was an advocate of nonviolence. That's the way I'd like to see people respond.
He says he spoke to Kirk's widow today.
I spoke to Erica, his wife, and we had a long talk, and she's devastated. She is absolutely devastated.
Kirk's close friend, Vice President J.D. Vance, and his wife escorted Kirk's widow, Erica, and Kirk's casket from Utah to their home state of Arizona on Air Force Two. The Utah governor says so far they've received 7,000 tips and leads and is pleading for more.
We are truly hopeful that this video and new photos will lead to even more tips.
And the FBI is offering a $100,000 reward in this case. And when they do catch the killer, authorities plan to pursue the death penalty. We'll send it back over to you guys.
Mary Beth, thank you. The targeted killing of Charlie Kirk is raising concerns about security at colleges that routinely have these high-profile and sometimes controversial figures speaking on campus. Security experts say location, outdoor versus indoor, should always be considered. They also say that when universities host any event, they need to assess both physical and digital threats of violence like online hostility or cyber stalking.
Level of risk really needs to be ascertained, and then you can prescribe the right amount of physical security that is needed and the right amount of concentric rings that flow out from that person throughout the university.
And security experts say once the assassin is found and his motivations uncovered, they will have a better sense of how security could have been improved.
There are also renewed concerns about political violence and aggression in the United States. Just 3 months ago, Minnesota Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband were shot and killed on the same day that Minnesota State Senator John Hoffman was also shot. In July 2024, then candidate President Trump was shot in the ear at a rally in Pennsylvania.
Threats against public officials, elected officials, judges, congresspeople, educators. When we look at available data, it shows that these threats have increased in recent years. They're incubated online, where aggression is popularized across the political spectrum.
As for threats on members of Congress and their families and staff, Capitol Police say cases have climbed for 2 years in a row. In 2024, they investigated more than 9,000 cases.
And the latest on another shooting now. Authorities say the teenage gunman in that Colorado school shooting yesterday took his own life, and they believe he might have been radicalized by an extremist network. The shooter, now identified as 16-year-old Desmond Holly. The students who were shot are still hospitalized in critical condition. Police say Holly walked through the school trying to find more targets, but he was stopped by locked doors. Investigators now trying to better understand the extremist network, and they are searching Holly's phone, his home, and his locker to learn more about his mindset and his motive.
Across the nation, many paying tribute tonight to the victims of one of the darkest days in American history.
Evan J. Barron.
Renee Barrage Arjun.
Today marks 24 years since the September 11th attacks. Memorial services for the nearly 3,000 people killed are being held across the country, including one at Ground Zero in New York, where names of those who perished were read. Another service attended by President Trump at the Pentagon.
In the quarter of a century since those acts of mass murder, 9/11 family members have felt the weight of missed birthdays and empty bedrooms, journals left unfinished, and dreams left unfulfilled. To every member that still feels a void every day of your lives, the First Lady and I unite with you in sorrow.
The president also attended a 9/11 observance at a Yankees game in the Bronx.
The bell was rung 10 times to signify the end of duty for hundreds of first responders who died on 9/11. Speaking in front of a steel girder from the World Trade Center, interim LA City Fire Chief Ronnie Villanueva remembered the bravery of so many.
From 24 years ago to today, of those who were there to resonate with us. Chief Peter Gansey Jr., the FDNY chief, who lost his life that day, said simply, "We're not leaving. We're here to save lives."
Eunices Hernandez.
LA City leaders, including Mayor Karen Bass and members of the LAPD, Sheriff's Department, and military, also attended.
A similar gathering at the Nixon Library in Yorba Linda, also honoring the lives lost on 9/11. They included one first responder in particular who bravely ran into the South Tower to save lives, but never made it out.
Selfless spirits, like FDNY Fire Marshal Ronald Bucca, who climbed to the 78th floor of the South Tower to save an untold number of civilians trapped near the impact zone just 1 minute before the tower collapsed around him. When he was recovered, they found a turnout coat wrapped around a female civilian next to him.
Also remembered 22-year-old Orange County native Lisa Frost. She stopped to call her dad before boarding Flight 175 in Boston, saying, "I'll see you at LAX, love you." Her plane hit the South Tower.
Other news tonight, a civil rights group is demanding a hate crime investigation. A suspicious device with a racial slur written on it was found at a school in Inglewood. That object resembles a pipe bomb. It was discovered under an employee's car. And tonight, activists say the school is not taking that reported threat seriously enough.
Rick Chambers spoke with the school employees live in Inglewood for us tonight. Rick.
Yeah, Micah, she's a resource teacher. She works with special needs kids here at the school. She told me that on Wednesday she left class to get some materials out of her trunk and was shocked by what she found.
I think it was intentional. Why was it put under my car? I don't know.